All right, we've got Dell from Bazzaz Performance. You're here at Auto Club Speedway for the AMA round, giving all the people that use your equipment some technical support. Tell us a little bit about that.
Basically, I'm out here just to help out any team that's running our product. It's basically just going out, if a guy, has a shift switch not working or they can't communicate, they're having problems communicating with the computer. I'm basically here just to come out, help them get everything situated, and just get them out there on the track and, having a good time, so.
Now, if I've got problems with my product that I've got on my bike at home, you are likely the guy I might talk to if I call.
Yeah. I actually work at the shop, so if you call, I do sales, I do tech support. So if you guys have any questions, if you're installing at home, anything like that, I come in and, I'll be the one answering the phone and helping you guys out, so.
We've seen you working with Four Feathers and Steve Rapp, and you mentioned something about plugging one of the things into the secondaries versus the primaries versus the tertiaries, that a lot of people make that mistake on the R6.
Correct, yeah. On the R6, there's actually two TPSs, there's a primary and secondary, and the big problem is everyone goes for the middle, which is the secondary, and you want to go to the primary, which is on the far right side of the throttle bodies. And what ended up turning out is they had that problem, and the TPS was just reading like 130%. So once I swapped it, everything was working fine, and they're back out there mapped. Everything's working quite well for them.
Then we had another common mistake on Gixxers, plugging into the fuel pump instead of the shift position sensor or something?
Yeah, with the gear position sensor, the most common mistake is they plug the gear position into the fuel pump because they're sitting right next to each other. They're the exact same plug, and a lot of times guys are just in a hurry, so they come in, they just plug everything together, put it down, and of course their bike won't start because their fuel pump's not cycling. So you just lift the tank real quick, unplug it, plug it back into the correct spot, and they're usually good to go from there.
But that's a common mistake on the Gixxers that have that setup.
Yes, it's a very common mistake. So a lot of the times when guys are like, my fuel pump's not cycling, or my bike cranks over but nothing's going on, that's usually the first place we send them, and it's usually the problem.
The Bazzaz box you guys are running, we saw that Dell was working with you on a few things, and he mentioned that there were some mapping issues. Weather's changing all the time, and so he's plugging in different maps for you guys.
Yeah, right. Dell's been a great help. I mean, Lamar's got a great system. The whole TC, that all the way everything flows together. This is a self-mapping unit, so as the vehicle weather changes, it writes its own map. This one's not live active like some of them, but Dell's got the preparation right for the weather changes we have. He's worked hard on that. Got all the TC the way Steve likes it, and I think it's going to work really well.
And you've been able to notice the difference with the maps that can adapt to the new weather conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. The self-mapping unit is incredible. So all you do is turn it on, you run the bike, get it in the right temperature zones you need, come back in, apply it, everything works great.
And Steve can notice those changes right away.
Right, absolutely. Steve just goes back and forth, says, Dell, this is what I need. We just plug it in. He showed us how to do it, so our team can be self-contained, and we'll be able to adjust it ourselves, and anybody out there can buy the system, do the same thing we're doing right here in the top 10.
Great, thanks for chatting.
Thanks, Dave. See you soon.